line through negative 2, 3, and it has to be, oh, I missed out a bit there in the question.
Is that what you got for the answer, sir?
Perpendicular to, no, that's the question. Now, oh my God, yeah. Now, first thing you do is you look at it and say, okay, if the line's y equals 2x plus 4, gradient of the line is 2, therefore the gradient we want is negative a half. You literally do that in your head because, let's face it, it's not very hard. So the gradient of the perpendicular equals negative a half.
Yep. Now what do you do next?
Now, we then say, all we need for the equation of the line is a gradient and a point. We've got a gradient and a point. There's our gradient, minus a half, and a point is negative 2, 3. Yeah. Soon. Now, so what do we use? We use y minus y1, our standard formula. Y minus y1 equals x minus x1. There's our standard formula. Okay. Look at that. Half a dozen tortoise just isn't enough. Now, it's just unbelievable. So we just substitute into that. There's our equation, y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. We got the m because we did the conversion between the 2 and the negative a half. We've got our point, which is negative 2, 3. So therefore, we substitute into here. Therefore, y minus 3 equals gradient x minus negative 2. Just like that. Okay, and then, because I've got a fraction there, I consistently just double this. Double 2y take away 6. And I'm left with negative 1 bracket that, so I'm just going to expand the bracket with the negative 1. Negative x minus 2. That would be done in my next line. And then I'd put everything over to the left. The negative x would become positive x. X would have a 2y there. And if we put the negative 2 over here, it would become plus 2. Negative 4 plus 2 is minus 4 equals 0. And that would be a nice, sensible answer to the question. Yeah. Someone said quadratic. That is horrible. Yes. Now, the gradient is always the number or the fraction directly in front of the x. Now, if it's written like this, 3x over 4, the gradient's 3/4. If it's written 3/4 x, it's still 3/4. So it's the same, absolutely the same thing. Okay. Gilchrist, the period's been over for a long time. For you. Now, okay, so there's the question. That says, oh, really? I'm glad, because that's an achieved one, and I'd hate to get it wrong. X plus 2y minus 4 equals 0. There it is, standard stuff. All we've done is 2 steps. Find the gradient using that perpendicular rule that we've learned today, and then we've just used the standard rule for equations and substituted it in. There it is.